those ramps that you're looking in front of the vehicle, in front of the tires, basically these are the ramps that I'm gonna use to put the front of the vehicle, the front tires on the ramps, so it can make it easy for me, so my oil can actually drain better and faster, so I have less remainder of oil inside the oil pan. And one thing that I suggest people to do before you start doing your oil change, before you start draining your oil, if your vehicle had been parked for some time or maybe for some hours and the engine is cool, the motor cools down, run the engine for a few minutes. I would say 10, 15, 20 minutes at most, because when your oil is hot, it makes it easier for everything to drain out. So try not to do an oil change with a cool oil, with a cool engine. Try to do it, run the motor, run the car for about 10, 15, 20 minutes and up. The hotter is the oil, the better. So now we're gonna go, because the vehicle been running for about 20 minutes at most. So we're gonna go and put the vehicle on the ramp. We gotta take that cover off. This is basically where your bolt is. Alright. I like using vice grip because if you know what you're doing, you won't straight your bolt. Just make sure you get it real tight, and then boom. So this is my thing to drain my oil. So I already loose it up a little bit. So the oil itself is hot. There you go. So this is how it's coming out, and the oil is really hot until every bit of it drain out. For the your oil filter, this is where your oil filter is gonna be. So you'll move that cover, and this is where I like to just take that off so I can feel more comfortable taking the whole thing out. And this is your oil filter, sit right here. Waiting for a few, see, the oil is still draining. So it's just because we have the vehicle on the ramps, and the way the vehicle tilt, all the oil that's inside the pan, it actually go in the back. Okay, before we tighten it, we're gonna make sure that we clean the excess oil around the area. So now we're just gonna go ahead and just tighten it down. Don't over tighten it, okay? And then of course we're gonna go ahead and put the cover back. To put the cover back, we're gonna use a flat screwdriver. If you're looking at the filters, you'll see they are the same filters. This is the old filters, the old filter, the new filter, and you see it's TG 160, TG 160. This is the type of oil we're using, SAE 5W20, because the vehicle is basically new. So this is what they recommend as far as the book, the manual of the vehicle. Filter, always lubricate your oil filter with new oil. And the way you do that is you just pour. You don't have to fill it up. Just pour a little bit of oil in there, and make sure. Don't try to put your new oil filter with the thread dry. I don't recommend you do that. Okay, always trying to put some oil on the thread so it can go smoothly. I like to go ahead and clean the spot. Make sure there's no debris, dirt. Make sure everything is spotless. Okay. Alright. We already placed our new oil filter. Okay. And the way I suggest you when you changing your oil filter, don't use tools to do it. Just use your hand. Because if you use the strength of yourself, when it's time to take it out, you know that you won't need any tools for that. Because I always use my hand, because I know there's no way I'm going to over tighten it. At the same time, you don't let it loose, okay? You do it with both hands. And if you know you tighten it too tight, you can always use the same strength to basically loosen up a little bit, but you don't. So you go ahead, put your cap back on, alright? And then any excess oil, just go ahead and clean up, because they don't have 5 quarter inches. If you don't believe me, test it for yourself. And one more thing, my oil change, you might be saying that why it takes you about half an hour to whatever times this video, it's gonna be about 20-25 minutes. The reason being is to do an oil change. A lot of people, a lot of mechanics out there, I'm not trashing anybody, but they so fast. They tell you time is money. So you bring your vehicle in and they do an oil change. A lot of time you got mixed oil inside your engine, which is a good portion of it is dirty oil, and then the rest of it is new oil. So you have a mix inside your engine because they don't take their time, because remember, time is money. Those guys, they trying to do as many cars as they can. especially if a lot of them get paid by commission or by how many calls they get done per day. So when you take your vehicle, they take the drain bolt out and then let it drain real fast and put it right back in there. And you never know how much dirty oil that still remain in your engine. So the reason why it takes me that long is because I always take my time, give the vehicle at least about 20 to half an hour, sometimes more than that, to just let every drip inside the engine, as far as oil, just drain out. The longer you let your oil drain, the better it is for your engine, because the fresh oil that's going to go inside the engine, you want majority of it to be fresh. You do want all of it to be fresh oil. If you like what you're seeing, please share this video and subscribe. Thank you.